Or?
I do, because one of the newcomers, KT Harrell, was with us last year, who set out transfer from Virginia, practiced with us all last year, was on the trip with us that we took as a team to the Bahamas this summer, was our leading scorer on that trip. He's going to add a lot, so it's, even though he's a newcomer, he was with us, so he knows the expectations, he knows the system. And some of the junior college players that we recruited give us a veteran presence as well, even though they weren't with us last year.
You told me that on my radio show, KT Harrell could shoot. I mean, you told me something like 80 something out of 100. Am I wrong?
We do a drill in practice, a 5-minute shooting drill, where you're going to get up anywhere between 90 and 100 game threes in 5 minutes, and he averages around the 80 made mark in a 5-minute shooting drill, shooting 100. Last week in one of our practices, I think he put up 92 makes in 5 minutes, and he shot maybe like 100 and 102, it was 92 for 102. So, and then you saw, I don't know if you saw, but in our Midnight Madness festivity, our Jungle Jam, he won the 3-point contest, and out of 7 balls, and with the money balls, a potential 25 points available in the round. His winning round, he made 22 out of 25. He can really shoot the ball. He's going to be a great addition for us. Not only can he shoot it, he can really score it off the bounce because of his size, 6'5", 220 pounds, and athletic. He's a tough kid, tough-minded. You can post him up from the guard position. And he's one of our leaders. He's one of our leaders, and he sees himself in that role.
That's huge. Obviously, you got to get him shots. You change things to do it, but other teams are going to figure it out. So other guys have to be ready too for the ball to work through him. You know, I mean, so that's just a developing thing, right? I mean,
yeah, no question. And we got some guys that can do that. You got Chris Denson back, who's our leading returning scorer from last season, averaging double figures. He's a slasher lefty, can get to the basket as good as any of them. He's got an unbelievable mid-range floating shot. That's a tough shot to make. He's as good as I've been around making that shot, and he's really expanded his range, where he was our first or second leading scorer on that Bahama trip as well. So we've got 2 guys on the wing who they can play across from each other, with each other, who can really go get it in terms of scoring the basketball. And our big area of change has been our point guard play. Our 2 point guards, Malcolm Canada, our junior college transfer, was a 3rd-team junior college All-American, and Taj Shamsuddin, our freshman point guard. Those 2 guys were great this summer in the Bahamas. They play well off each other. They're different. Taj is the water bug, 5'10", speedster who can really score and shoot the ball with range. Malcolm gives us a bigger guard at 6'3", 215-pound point guard who can control tempo, control pace. So we've got a lot of – it's neat this year. We got a lot more depth at each position and a lot more scoring pop at each position, which I like, especially with the new rules, the way the game's going to be called this year.
Yeah, it frees you up. Here's the other thing I like about you, and I started complaining about it. A guy will play 2 minutes a game, 5 minutes next game, then he might play 25. You kind of go on field, don't you? There's an edge there that everybody's got to bring it every night, or you might be sitting over here by the old coach, right?
Yeah. I'm not a rotation guy. And it's more of an NBA thing. I don't think a lot of college guys do it with a set pattern, set rotation, and ours is based on accountability. If you're ready to play that night, then you're gonna play. And if you're a guy that's not ready, the best thing about it this year, there's somebody behind you that's probably just as good as you are that can go do it. So hopefully that's going to keep everybody accountable and keep everybody ready to play on a nightly basis.
Besides basketball skill, what do you like about these guys? Do they bring it in the weight room and different things? Or what?
One of the biggest things that we have going is with this trip to the Bahamas this summer, we brought in one of the leading sports psychologists in the country to work with me, to work with his team, to work on our chemistry. There is a camaraderie and a chemistry and a bond that was created this summer through the Bahama trip and some of the work we did with the sports psychologist that's been like any other team I've been around. That's going to carry huge momentum through this year, that these guys truly are sacrificing and playing for each other. And there's a uniqueness now that they're holding each other accountable every single day in practice. That's been different for us. And so that's probably the biggest. They're workers, they're winners, all those things, but this bond that was created has probably been the biggest difference coming out of what we did this summer.